I'm a freestylist video. Usually I go to WWE.com just for kind of like, purposes, because every Raw is forgetful. But I really did not watch this week's Raw. And I'm actually happy because every video I watch on Raw is saying this was the worst Raw ever. And, I tried to watch it a little bit. I was skipping around, and man, like the best match, surprisingly the best match, was the Usos versus what is it, Alpha Academy or something like that? I forgot. I don't even know their names, man. But Otis and oh boy, I forgot his name, which he was good. It was something different. That's the only reason that match was, okay, but it was botch after botch. Like, man, the Usos should be fired, because how are they going to put a rocket on y'all and y'all botching? Y'all did not botch this much under Vince McMahon. The Usos did not botch under Vince McMahon. He wouldn't accept it. And Triple H and creative sucked so much that you get a match that you don't get often. This will be the only time you're probably going to get this. And Jey Uso's missing super kicks. Like, we are sick of the super kicks, the spear, and the 3D. It's like, y'all are the Usos. Like, stick to traditional Samoan moves. Like, what are they doing? And to say Jimmy Uso is married to Naomi, like, she needs to give him some pointers or something. Like, Naomi is such a good wrestler, and the Usos just suck now. Like, it's crazy. The Usos didn't suck when they weren't acting black. Now they're acting black and they suck because they can't replicate it like the Street Profits would. They can't replicate it like Bobby Lashley could. And I forgot the Hurt Syndicate. They can't do that. Then you had Rhea. You had Rhea, whatever that bird girl name, and you had Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile was clearly the star in that match, carrying everyone, and they still gave it to Rhea. Rhea has a tag team championship belt. Why is Rhea going over? You know why? Because they're going to stick Io Sky in that match and have them face each other, and Triple H sucks. Triple H sucks. And they got to do better. There is no reason Ivy Niles could not go to Elimination Chamber and show off. Like, that is a damn shame. Like, almost every, if WWE wasn't paying them well, I think everyone would walk out of WWE. At least half the locker room would walk out of WWE, because everyone's getting injured because they don't wrestle. No one's getting pushed. No one's going to become a megastar. WWE right now isn't the place to be. It just isn't. If you want to become memorable, WWE is not the place to be. And if Vince McMahon was in charge, this would actually be some of the greatest stories we would probably get. Now, people do forget, Vince McMahon, his storylines, they were kind of on the decline. But you had COVID and all this other stuff kind of going on. He was trying out some new stuff because a lot of the stars were leaving, and Vince McMahon is older, kind of out of touch, but he had a squad behind him. He had some good writers. And some of that older crowd from like that Attitude Era and stuff, we were looking at it like, nah, we taking breaks from wrestling, but we still watch SummerSlam, we still watch WrestleMania. He still had that pull on us. Even if, we stopped watching wrestling for, 3 years, we still watch SummerSlam, still watch WrestleMania. If WWE came to our city, we were going. Even if we didn't know what was really going on, we'll watch for that month lead up to when they come to our city. Like, that's just what true fans do. And, I'm getting off the topic of Raw, but that's just the Vince McMahon effect. Now, Raw is so garbage. Well, WWE personally is so garbage. He lost the average fans, and he outpriced the average fans. So, like I said a million times, Triple H is trying to ruin wrestling, not John Cena. But then you go back to Finn Balor and CM Punk. Okay, I'm happy we're getting CM Punk versus Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber. That's fine. They have a minuscule story there. If they could just build it a little bit more, just a tad bit more, it would be somewhat exciting. But what would really be exciting is if they put the belt on Finn Balor. If they put the belt on Finn Balor, and that'll destroy a lot of, they'll be like, oh my goodness, CM Punk ain't the champ no more. Like, are we gonna get Roman versus Finn Balor? And then I think there might be one more pay-per-view before WrestleMania. I could be wrong, but hey, you let CM Punk get that belt back before WrestleMania. But that's the problem. Roman pitched his spot too fast. It's like they don't know what to do. Like, there's no reason CM Punk should be fighting Finn for the title at Elimination Chamber. Like, you could easily do, Drew versus somebody at Elimination Chamber. Let the person who wins the Elimination Chamber go on to fight that person. Like, Roman already said he wants to face CM Punk. So we know Finn isn't going to win. Unless you let Finn Balor win, this is all for nothing. It's all for nothing unless, Roman comes in and tries to screw CM Punk, and but Roman won't do that. Like, it's just creatively, they're like, literally, like, creatively, I think high schooler creative writing teams are a million times better than WWE creative writing teams. And it's sad because the people who are in creative are household names. People who've been around the business for over 20 years. There's no reason Road Dogg, even if you took Triple H, Bruce Pritchard been there over 20 years. If you just took them two and some people who've been wrestling in the 2010s and stuff, like, they should be able to come up with a good show. Every kid who had general manager mode on the PSP were making better storylines in their head in GM mode than this garbage. That's why this is deliberately on purpose. This is strictly on purpose. You know, and the sad part is AEW can't even topple the horrible WWE right now. You know, if this is all a ruse, Triple H should come out and say, hey, we gave AEW a try. We gave y'all the worst wrestling ever. Now it's time to turn up. But that's just fantasy. That is fantasy land. You know, honestly, WWE sucks so bad. It's like everyone in the comment section said they didn't watch Raw. They waited for Raw to go off, and they just watched reviews. BC Amplified, C-Jax, The Hater, you know, Chrissy Talks. They really waited because the commentary review was better than the show. They watched the show. They spent 2-3 hours to watch that garbage. And then they could sum it all up in 10 minutes with, you know, enthusiastic takes. That's more entertaining than Raw. That's a damn shame. That is a shame. And just like, you know, the old, you know, when Naruto Shippuden and stuff was out, Bleach and all that, we would read the mangas, we would watch the anime, and then we would run to YouTube and watch For Never World, you know, Sawyer Seven Mage. Like, we would go watch them and, you know, get the review, you know, just to see if everyone's thinking the same. Now it's time for wrestling is going to take that turn. People are going to tune out Raw. They're not going to watch Raw or SmackDown week to week because that's too much wasted time. And they're going to run to YouTube to watch the reviews. I guarantee you, C-Jax, Bobby Monsoon, The Hater, Heels Advocate, those YouTubers are about to blow up to over 100K subscribers. I guarantee you, if you want to become wrestling, not commentator, but like reviewer, if you review AEW and you review WWE, you know, and if you really wanted to review like New Japan and all that, if like a true wrestling fan, you would be successful. But if you just want to stick to WWE and do reviews, I would start the channel now. Start the channel on the road to WrestleMania and you will get views because people are going to take their time back. They're not going to spend hours watching that crap. And they're just going to run to YouTube. Soon as Raw go off, if you get that video out that same day or that next morning, oh yeah, your channel gonna blow up because no one's doing this crap no more. They're not about to sit there, watch these horrible segments, this waste of time. They're gonna go watch a 10 to 20 minute review video. And they're going to take their time. They're going to do something else. They're going to cook. They're going to go fold clothes. They might hop on the game. They might go work out. They're going to go do that instead of sitting there for 2 hours watching garbage. You know, and 1 hour of commercials. They're not doing it. You know, take that. They're going to offload that work to the reviewers. Go get CapCut. Go do whatever you got to do. And your video don't even have to be spectacular. You see how the hater makes his videos. You see how the heel advocate makes his videos. Bobby Monsoon puts some effort in it. Chrissy Talks is trying to, she's like rebranding a little bit, like adding some extra, titles and stuff. I like that. But we not about to sit up here, add clips, dissect stuff. Nah, we just gonna review it and give y'all, what happened. That's it. And talk about Triple H needs to be fired. That's it. Until Triple H gets out of there, nothing's gonna change. This is about to be the worst WrestleMania season ever. And if you think WrestleMania 42 is gonna be garbage, wait till Saudi Arabia comes for 43. That will be the worst WrestleMania of all time. You saw what they did with the Royal Rumble. They are about to take WrestleMania and turn that into a 10,000 person crowd, with day 2 being like 5,000 people. I guarantee you that stadium is going to be small. No one's coming to WrestleMania 43. And this week's Raw sucked. That I basically broke down that Raw. Do you care about AJ Lee and Becky Lynch? Horrible segment. Do you care that Natalya beat up Maxine Dupree? Do you care that Maxine Dupree and AJ Lee have any kind of, some kind of relationship or friendship that we never seen on screen? I don't know what that's about. Then you have segments with AJ Styles. AJ Styles just retired, and I don't care. Like AJ Styles isn't here, but they're showing segments of him like talking in this like interview style, and I don't care what he has to say. That's what WWE does to you. We should care what AJ Styles has to say, because AJ Styles is a legend. But we don't care because you had him lose to Gunther. Now we won't see AJ Styles on Raw anymore, and it doesn't even matter. And then you have like Liv Morgan, Dominic. Liv Morgan is probably trying to piss off Dominic Mysterio's wife because she's mega super touchy-feely with Dom now. And if you just look at Dom, I think Dom is actually ready to like end this Judgment Day stuff. It's not in it for him. He's champion, he's getting that push, but I think Dom ready to move up or go to SmackDown. I think this fake relationship with Liv Morgan, I think it's taking a toll, because if you really think about it, Dom was in a fake relationship with Rhea for like 3 years, and now he's in one with Liv for 2 years. I think he's over it. I think he's over it. They don't know what to do with Dom no more. They got him on AAA and Raw. I think he's just ready to do something else. But the moment Dom gets out of the Judgment Day, are they gonna book him correctly? He's Rey Mysterio's son, but Triple H don't care nothing about Rey Mysterio and what he got going on. So I don't know, but they can't keep doing. Well, they could. Triple H is gonna keep giving us garbage Raws, garbage SmackDowns until no one's left. It's gonna be the YouTubers that are gonna get more views than Raw. Like if you add up all the YouTube reviewers, they probably hit more views than your typical Raw. And I'm not even joking. But y'all let me know in the comment section, how long do you think you know, TKO is going to put up with these minuscule, underwhelming, week-to-week shows? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe.